Hi. Well, originally, this table has no column for sales size. What does the sales size means is that if any value, any order size or the order amount, the total order amount is more than 5,000, it's going to call it large sales. Otherwise, the rest will be ordinary. So, in other words, we are analyzing every row, right? So, how do we do that? When we analyze it every row, we use the calculated column, right? It's called a new column. So, it's right here, we key in the sales size, right here. Sales size if sales amount greater than 5,000, the last sales, and so on. Right. So now the next job is that we want to know that how many rows are large cells and how many rows are ordinary. Well, then we're looking at a summarized value rather than row by row. Now, in that case, we're going to use the DAX. We're going to use the DAX. Yes. So it's right here. Well, in the summary, we have 2036 number of transactions right here. So we can just highlight these. We can see that there are 2036 rows. And how do you get that number of transactions? 2000 to 2036. Um, well, there is nothing, right? Unless you create a measure. That's it. Every time there's a measure, it is a summarized value. It is a whole columns of value you make into a single number. Now that is the number of transaction is just one of the example here. Now, how do we get the number of transactions? Yes, you write a DEX call using what DEX? Can you guess? What is that DEX? Okay, it is yes, is count rows. Count rows. Exactly, count rows. Now, count rows really just like counting a row. One, two, three, four, five, six, right? And then you count all the way to the end, right? So how many rows are there, right? So that is just count rows. Now, with count rows, you can actually put in the cell size as a we are just creating a table here that we drag the columns and the number of transactions, and that's all we do, right? So now got the number of transactions. Just drag it here. Now, if I want to extract just this 626 and into a cart, how can I do that? Well, no worry. You just need to use the DEX. Right? Think about it. Right? You have to modify the end result. Well, the number of transactions is 2036, but you want to tell Power BI that. But wait, before you count the rows, all the rows, I want you to select only the last cells. So what with the DEX? That's right. You got it right. It's called the calculate. Calculate. So the way I understand it is that, okay, look, Power BI, please go to this cell size, right? Do a filtering, and then only the last cells, and then from there, you can imagine that now that sales table has only the last sales. Now they do a combo of transactions, of course, it's 626. The last DEX is to find the percentage of our last sales among the number of transactions. Now we know that it's 30%. How do we do that? So what's the DAX that you can use for this percentage, last sales percentage? Can you find that? Yes, it's the, yeah, it's the last sales percentage. Divide then, right? And we also have the lowest profit value. Well, how do you get the lowest profit value? Well, let's just take a look at here, right? Using the min x sales amount minus the sales cost, right? So this is the, for every single row, they do a calculation, sales amount and minus the sales cost, and from there, we got a value, and among that, we do a minimum. So the minimum sales can be that is this amount. Well, we'll talk about this in the next video. Thanks for watching.